our healing. Some repair powder, which will... There's a few points in the game where you want to use repair powder for sure. Right now, we're not worried about it. But we're going to go and level up that dexterity a bit more because we want to be able to use our bow eventually. And we're also going to level up our Estus flasks, so we have 3 healing.
Is that here to see, however?
So we're going to level up our dexterity. We wanted to get to 12. So we're 2 levels away from getting that. Okay, there we go. Now we can use our healing shard 3 times instead of twice. Okay, now for some more rinse and repeat for a longer section of the game. We're going to clear out a rather large portion here. So this is going to take a little bit, but we got to start off over here. Actually, we're going to start off over here because sometimes this guy, remember him back here? Sometimes he's a jerk. And he'll show up when you don't want him to. So we're just going to kill him right off the bat. Make sure he's out of the way, okay? And now what we're going to do is... kind of attempt to get him out of the way. So we're going to work on this jerk. And you'll notice that our shield, when we block, we still take damage. And that's because we don't have a full block on our shield, unfortunately. Oh no. Yeah, you're going to see me dying a little bit more regularly now. Especially as I make silly mistakes, like what I just did. I don't want those fire bombs on me anymore, so we're going to take those off our belt. Okay, so this is a long section of the game where, like I said, I tend to die a lot. I usually don't do this well in this section, so that's good. Usually I have to go up here and use some spells and kind of snipe them down, but just feeling a little bit more confident than I normally do there, so we just hammered it out. Let's go over here, see if there's anything, and oh, we got blue wooden shield. Great soul arrow, that's going to be good. That'll be a good spell we'll need to get. So now we'll have to raise up our attunement so we can have more spells. And we got a new shield. Alright, so now this new shield is going to block 85% of the damage coming in. A little bit more magic, a little bit more lightning. It's weaker in other areas, but we're not too worried about that. We just want to make sure that that initial dampening damage is handled. So it's a good thing to handle here. I got hit by a little bit of poison there, that's okay. So you literally have to knock on the door, and these idiots open it. It's possibly one of the coolest little things I've ever seen in a game, and I don't know why I like that so much, but it's just a neat random bit. So we killed him, blah blah blah. Should be a third person here. There he is. So there you saw that critical attack was a lot cooler there, and we left him with like all of 1 health left for some reason. We're gonna go over here. Sometimes it's a good idea to have your shield ready. Life ring, which we already have. A large titanite shard, not a big deal. Eventually, we need to come back with a Pharaoh's Lockstone, put it in here, and it's going to open up a couple of treasure chests for us. But we're not worried about that. And you see how it's kind of dark down there? If we had lit a torch that was down there, we could see easier. Okay, so now we're going to go over here and talk to this jerkwad. This guy is just the worst.
Oh yeah, I saw. I was with. They're rather brusque. I still have. I'll leave this one. I'll leave it.
So what happens is if you go through this gate, it's going to shut, and like just a ton of monsters attack you. Not a great idea. Or you can do what I'm going to do, which is kind of a, not a shortcut, mind you, but it's a workaround. And so you'll end up dying in like 3 seconds. We're going to use another life gem. Because we're playing like scrubs here. Now you notice that that guy was still able to hit me even though we were doing a crit. That is a major flaw in this game. I feel like if you're doing crit attacks, you should be able to be targeted, but it is what it is. And then sometimes the physics in the game gets a little bit wonky, like you saw there with that battle axe just going to town everywhere. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to get a large white soapstone sign from this guy. And what we're going to do is we're going to take the back way in. So we can get to it easier. Now, the trick here is there are a ton of enemies. They're going to want to beat you up real quick and easy. There we go. So now I think there's only like one left over here. Which will be a lot easier to handle. There we go. So it was like 5 or 6 enemies. There's a secret door here. Now, I like this little secret door for one reason. The original Kingsfield game, this is kind of what the Kingsfield game looked like. It was like all these little dark hallways, hidden doors everywhere, treasure chests. There were certain doors that you would open up and they would just kill you instantly. So you saw we got in our sorcerer's staff, not a big deal. So it was a lot of fun. So now we're going to try to go out this way. And this happens. He's a jerk. And he shuts it on you. Now the story he tells you is that a trap was set when his friend walked through there, and then you realize like the trap wasn't set, he set the trap. So he's not a nice guy. I don't know what this guy's doing just oh man, that was great. Okay. That was funny. Alright, we're just gonna oh, I love it. So anyway, so we're gonna come back here. And he's gonna be like, oh no, I did a thing. I didn't mean to do the thing.
It allows us.
So he's a jerk, but he apologizes, gives you an item. Okay, we're gonna rinse and repeat again, because now we're gonna go over and do this section. Over here to the right, we're gonna do. So now we got a light crossbow there. Boom, there we go. Kill those 2 guys. In all honesty, we could probably kill some of the guys down here too. There we go. And that's just so it's easier when we get down there. we'll have less bullcrap we have to deal with. Now, here is a hidden enemy. You see that little shadow right there. Throughout the game, there are certain spots where these little shadowless dudes are at, or formless dudes. And they just drop some things like a smooth and silky stone there. So we're going to use that to get some stuff here later in the game. So we're going to jump across. Nope. So he almost killed us. That would have sucked. However, we did miss our jump, so that's not good. Because that means we gotta rinse and repeat. Let's see here. Equipment. We got hollow soldier gloves. Are those going to be better? Yep, those are better. Sweet. Mail breaker, infantry helm. Mail breaker is just a... Where's it at? Here. Right there. Just a basic little shield, but it can break through shields a little bit. Basic sword that can break through shields. I promise you folks I can talk. I'm trying to be careful. I don't want to accidentally hit the oil barrels with my fiery sword. We got winged spear, which is a really good weapon too. 120 damage. Spears are great because they have just a ridiculous range on them. Like earlier, if we were getting attacked, we would have been able to just whoop up on that dude with a spear, which would have been hilarious. Okay, so we're going to try this again. Hopefully this time not fail miserably. There we go. Soul of a Nameless Soldier, a torch. Now, we're not going to quite go back to the save spot yet. Back the way we came, which was over that way. We're going to go this way. And the reason we're going to go this way is there's a little section over here we need to open up. And it's going to be another one of those like little mini shortcuts. See if we can get this guy to come over. Whoops. Don't do that. That's a dumb way to go about that. No, screw it. We're just going to waste a spell on it. Okay, we're going to go over here. Now, there's a door to a boss, but I tend to avoid that boss until I have a shield that can grant me 100% block, because there's a big... Remember that big flying demon we saw earlier? Well, you have to fight him again up here, and he sucks. And he's super good. I personally don't like him. Okay, should be some enemies that come down after you, but maybe they're not going to come down. Oh, that's stupid. There we go. And we're just going to nuke this guy down because he's a punk. And we have the spells to do it, so... There we go. Run over here. I'll grab this. Amber herb. Okay, we're going to do this now. Now, this is a tricky section because you're going to want to run up here, turn around, and then run down. Because those guys are just going to start coming after you. And they're all buttheads. So you can imagine if you were up at the end of that thing trying to fight all these guys on this thin, narrow pathway, you know, you're going to be pretty disadvantaged and probably going to die. So we got Halberd and Soul of a Nameless Soldier, which is great. And Halberd is later on in the game you get a Great Mastodon Halberd, which has fire imbued into it, and or I infuse it in fire. Either way, it's a super great weapon. But I mean, you can see 175 damage is ridiculous, but you need 20 strength and 14 dexterity to use it, so that's not going to happen. I don't know why this guy has so many warning signs around him. Let's see what they say here. Illusion ahead, therefore try attacking. Beware a skeleton. Enemy ahead. There's no illusion here. There's no illusion here. There's nothing here. So we're gonna go down here. Large leather shield and a life gem. Oh, a large leather shield is actually better than what we're using by another 5%, so we're gonna use that. Now, we can go down there, and there's a boss battle, which we're going to do here in just a few seconds. First, we're going to go through here. Go up here. We're going to level up a bit. Alright. Let's go level up a bit here.
Bearer of the
I'm going to go, dexterity need to be at 12 for our bow. And then we're going to use any souls that we had. See, I always hit the wrong button there. You're going to see it every damn time. Let's see, we're going to go inventory, use up any souls that we have. Because we also are going to learn a new spell. There we go. Level up. I'm going to go to attunement. And now you see that spell slots there? That went from a 1 to a 2. We can cast a little bit faster, so that's good. And then we're going to give ourselves just a little bit more strength, too. That's just so we can do it just a tiny bit more damage. We're now going to equip our handy-dandy bow. We're going to go over here. We're going to buy some arrows. So we have 184 arrows now, so we're getting there. Dark Souls 3 really limited your use of arrows, which I guess they thought like arrows were being abused in the game, but I don't get the point of putting something in the game if you're just going to limit it right off the bat. It seems kind of counterproductive and pointless in the game. Okay, we're going to go over here. We're going to use our human effigy. We're going to return ourselves to living. We're going to go fight a boss. Hopefully there are summon signs that we can use. Still use that up real quick. Not really sure what the hell my wife is doing. Amy, what are you doing? I don't know what she's doing here, so she's apparently decided. Alright, so we're gonna go up here real quick. We're gonna summon this homeboy in. He's gonna come help us fight a boss. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna summon a shade. We want to see if he comes in or not. Maybe. 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 There he is. Alright. Hey. We're going to wave to him. So there we got Kuja Jolene. I don't know if that's even normal or not. Could be racist. Who knows? Hopefully he comes down. We're gonna go fight a boss, bud. Come on. Oh, no, he left us. Ah, that guy's a jerk. Oh, well. Well, we're gonna go over here. Go down. So it's actually a little section of the game down here. Now, yep, we got summon signs that we can use. So there's this NPC that we got to fight first. Or monster, I should say, not NPC. You dropped a life gem for us, that's good. So now we're going to summon in these two guys. Mild-mannered Pate, remember him? Use that jerkwad from up above. Yay! And sell sword loot. Now, there are certain NPCs that as you use them in boss fights, it progresses their storyline. And there's certain NPCs that don't really do anything. So, like Sellsword Loot here, he's just an NPC and he shows up. The only time you see him in the game is a few boss fights, so it's all good. I'll let you guys see this part here. It's kind of cool. This old boss fight intros. Also, all the giants have butthole faces, and I don't know why. So if you hear noise in the background, that's my wife changing out our rabbit's cage. So you don't want to do what I just did there. I got caught under his foot. Wasn't paying attention. So you see, we're doing okay here. We're doing okay. I forgot to attune my other spell. That's maybe not okay. So now he's going to go over here into a corner. Why the insist on playing him to a damn corner, but whatever. So he gets into a hissy fit and he just rips off his own damn arm. It's hilarious. Oh no, we're gonna die. And we died. Alright, so we died there where we shouldn't have died. Sorry about that. Kind of distracted at the moment. So we're gonna try this again without being distracted and playing stupid here. I'm doing actually worse today than I did on my first playthrough yesterday. Didn't have a lot of distractions yesterday though, so we're gonna try it better here. Alright, so what happened is we got trapped up in a corner, which is never a good thing. You never want to be trapped into a corner in this game. Also, you notice like now we're just in the shit. So, the other thing is I wasn't leaving myself enough time to roll away. But yeah, so again, I'm a scrub player. You should probably never die on this boss fight, in all honesty. Sometimes the NPCs can get in your way too, which is just the last when I do that. trying to figure out what the hell he's doing. So later on, there's a boss fight that you have to do that's this exact same thing, but under a time limit with way more health. That's a lot of fun. Take advantage of when NPCs do stuff like that. So like his range on that is actually pretty big. There we go. A little bit better. So we got Soul of the Last Giant and a Soldier Key. Which is good. And I think we're going to end it there for right now. We'll come back and get some more later on. So in that case, we're just going to say... well, let's see here. How long have we been playing here? Alright, so yeah, we'll quit right there. That's a good little stopping point. So, thank you all, and we'll catch you later.